Good evening, VV Nation. My name is Ryan. Welcome to the channel. I'm going to show you how to utilize the VectorVest 7 system, and in particular, Unisearch. That's right. That's my favorite tool of the program. It's where you can home in on just over 9,000 stocks we're currently tracking, put in certain parameters so only the stocks you want to appear will appear on the list. So we're going to take advantage of this. So if you're not familiar with Unisearch and you have the VectorVest 7 software, this is going to be a great learning curve to utilize as part of the software to find stocks that have the attributes that you want. As well, if you're not a VectorVest 7 subscriber, guess what? There's going to be lots of search results coming in tonight's video, so it's going to give you a lot of great stocks to put on your radar, right? I know the market's pulling back. It's ticking up right now. If I take a look, yeah, I see the Q's up right now. I just want to get the wheels turning and put some stocks before you. These stocks are going to be undervalued. They're going to have great forecasted data. And on top of that, they're going to be low price. So if you want to take advantage of some low price winners that have huge upside potential, this video is just for you. Now, before we get to stocks, as I always do, I show you the home page, and I'll tell you straight up, right? The color guard, it's neutral. VectorVest does not advocate buying any stocks at this time. We're coming off 3 red lights as of yesterday. Right now, the market's been open just for a little bit. We got 3 yellow lights across the board, right? I see all the major indices up today, but guess what? One day does not equal a trend. The trend column here, the first component, is currently down. This is our fastest moving market timing signal. When the VectorVest composite is higher than it was 5 days ago, guess what? This will go to an up and let you know that the very short-term price trend is starting to change in the broad market. Now, that being said, conservative investors, the confirmed down is given, right? And has been down since December 10th. So just want to give you this fair warning before we continue to the stocks. Now, tonight's presentation, we're going to be in Unisearch, right? Unisearch is where we can filtrate the database to particular parameters to find stocks that we are looking for, right? So I'm going to show you how to create your own search. Now, I know before I've gone to, pre-made searches in the past. You can always add to pre-made searches. You can do that, right? Start with a foundation. But I want to show you and teach you how to create your own Unisearch. This is a very powerful tool. Think about how often you go through stock charts, right? I mean, hundreds, tens of hundreds, lots of stocks, right? Well, why do I want to go through all these stock charts if I have a tool here that'll point me in the direction that I want to go? So that being said, let's start off here. You're just going to click on these boxes. We're going to go time of search. We're going to do parameter. We'll go to stocks. You've got several choices here, and you can also filtrate by industries and sectors. We'll get to that in just a moment. So for this one, we're going to go to price volume, price split adjusted. I always use price split adjusted. Now, if I go to the operator, we're going to make this a little bigger here. We're going to do less than $10. So the stocks that came in the list here, the top 10, right? Under $10. The reason why these stocks are the top of the list, the sort, the VST, that's kind of like the special sauce when it comes to Unisearch. You can put all these parameters here you want, but the stocks you'll see is going to be based off the sort itself. And we've got some good picks here. Look, we've got Orla Mining, DeFi Technologies, I Am Gold, Year End Digital, BlackBerry, ironically, right? And look at the growth rate and earnings growth, sales growth rate. There are a couple negatives, but this is a great list of stocks. Take your screenshot. One stock that's got my attention already is going to be ASM with a growth rate of 12%, a sales growth rate of 20%. Look, the stock, $1.44. It's undervalued. We value the position at $156. Again, Unisearch, a great way to put some random stocks that you may not have heard of on your radar. Now let's add to this, right? So for the next parameter, I'm going to go to time of search, go to stocks, capital appreciation, we go to value. For the operator, we're going to do greater than, and for this value, we're going to go to stocks, capital appreciation, we're going to go to price volume, price split adjusted. So again, you work from left to right. We see stock value greater than stock price. So now we're going to get the stocks under $10. They're going to be undervalued, and they're going to be sorted by VST. So let's go ahead and run the search. Give it just a moment to load here. All right, here we go. Orla Mining again at the top of the list. Have this one on your radar. Look, trading at $6.94, we valued at $10.67, and we all know about the tariff, situation. So commodities in general, gold, silver, obviously the rare earths, critical minerals, things of that nature, are going to do well, right? We've seen the mining companies are doing well. A lot of central banks around the world, loading up on gold right now. So I see the reason why these are appearing in the top of the list here. A lot of gold, a lot of mining, right? As well, look, AIoT, Power Fleet, made its way in the list here. Price $7.99, fairly valued compared to $8.02. The safety not there. So that's the one thing I will say with these lower price stocks. You notice a trend here? This safety has kind of gone away, right? But look at the RV. Great long-term price appreciation potential. The trend all in our favor here. Anything with like a 1.7 or above, obviously be cautious of that. Use some technicals before you just enter the trade blindly. Look at the chart here. But look at the sales growth rate, earnings growth rate here. Forecasted data, phenomenal. I see, the negative 100 here on the sales when it comes to DeFi. But other than that, double digits. Some of these sales growth rate, 100% here on IM Gold Corp, 274 on K92 Mining, Power Fleet, 211 sales growth rate. So again, told you we're going to give you a lot of great fish along the way as I teach you about the Unisearch. Now tonight, we're not going to go into graphs, but write these stocks down, right? Especially the ones I'm going through and highlighting, because clearly those are the ones that I think have some potential. Now for the next item, right? We're going to go time of search. For the parameter, go to stocks, filter by, and you can do all kinds of things here. We've got S&P watch list. We have, the Qs, the NASDAQ 100. You can filter by your own watch list by any means. But for this one, we're going to go to sector equal to selected sectors. As we scroll down, we're going to do computer, electronic, which is going to be the semiconductors. You've got semiconductor manufacturing. And then down here, we're going to do software. So this is going to give us a lot of tech-related stocks, right? So I'm going to hit OK. Run the search again, get the new results. So now we're going to take a look at the stocks under $10, undervalued, in a hot space. You've got computer, electronic, software. Again, the reason why these are the top, the VST, right? Look at these. We got DeFi, Lenovo, Agora, Emerson Corp, Vasta Platform, VSTA here. Look, some of these stocks are up today. Look at the valuations. All of these stocks are undervalued. RVs in favorable territory, right? But again, the safety is going to be the lagging indicator. So it's one of the reasons why I mentioned the market timing. These stocks, not the safest picks, right? So make sure you have a plan in place, if you do decide to buy these. But otherwise, great long-term price appreciation, RT relative timing. I see why these stocks are at the top of the list. Look at the growth rate and earnings, sales growth rate, positive numbers for the most part. So now let's take a look at this forecasted data. So we're going to add some more here. We got stocks, capital appreciation. We're going to do growth rate. Time of search, go to sales market capital, go to sales growth rate, greater than, or put 10. And for sales growth rate, we're going to do 20. So I want sales to outpace earnings. That's a good sign for the company, right? That the sales are outpacing earnings. Here we've got Lenovo at the top of the list here, Optimized, RX Corp. We can see the new stocks that appeared into the list. Look, undervalued. Again, safety is going to be below 1, right? VST, all favorable. Look at the sales growth rate and earnings growth rate now. All in positive territory, all double digits. More stocks that you're probably not familiar with in the list here, right? So again, this is how you create a Unisearch. You just go from left to right, adding the parameters as you go. Now, for my technical traders, you will need Pro Trader or a real-time subscription for this feature. But if I go to time of search, go to stocks, price volume, price split adjusted. That's the key. This has to say price split adjusted. And when it does, and you click on operator, you'll come here to Pro Trader, right? Look, we've got channels, moving averages, stochastics, ADX, RSI. So if you're a technical trader, you could filter it out to your own watch list, or you could just utilize these in new searches going forward. And now I'm going to select EMA for exponential moving average crossover. As you can tell, that's what I utilize in a lot of my charts. So we're going to do the 1-day EMA crossed above the 20-day EMA, so that's the one I utilize, in the past 5 days. So now you're getting price action just crossed above the 20-day EMA. And we'll hit run search. Here we've got 3 companies that meet these qualifications. The stocks are undervalued, RS obviously below 1. We see relative timing here. Look, some of these stocks are in a downtrend right now. You can take a look at some of these charts, see if there's any bottom fishing opportunities, right? But look at the earnings growth rate and the sales growth rate. Double digit. I hope this helps, existing VectorVest 7 subscribers, even if you aren't subscribed to the VectorVest 7 software. This software makes looking for potential winning trades much easier. As you can see here, I could find exactly what I'm looking for. Now, I hope this presentation kind of put you on the right track when it comes to, finding some fish, some hot stocks that you may not have otherwise came across up unless you're using Unisearch. I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. Hope some of these stock picks here, put them on your radar. Again, not the best time to be buying, but I think there's a lot of potential here with some of the names that came up going forward. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening, and I will see you next week.
Yeah.